everyone, I'm Spiro with Newsbud.com. Today I'm going to show you why you need to be a member of the Newsbud community by showcasing all of the content Newsbud has published just in the last week. You get a lot of content pretty much on a daily basis at this point for a very, very reasonable price. Now, if you look around, many of these other sites are beginning to fold because they are dependent on the same system they claim to be against, by being dependent on mega corporations and their advertisers. Well, here at Newsbud, we are 100% people funded through your subscriptions and donations. Now, we're starting to see other sites moving towards the subscription model because the days of the easy ad revenue are coming to an end. Now, go out there and see if you can find another site that offers as much as Newsbud does for less. I don't think you will. Here at Newsbud, we are transparent, and that is why we are announcing now that soon we will be increasing the price of our subscriptions. And it will still be better and cheaper than the other sites out there. So we're giving you the heads up now. If you've been on the fence about joining the Newsbud community, now is the time to do it. Because once you sign up, your price is locked in and will not increase even when we raise the rate. That time is coming very soon. Now let's get to it. Now, here at Newsbud, we like to keep close tabs on the U.S. war machine's spending habits. Every month, Newsbud releases a one-of-a-kind report by Christian Sorensen breaking down the military-industrial complex / Department of Defense spending for the previous month. Well, on Saturday, Newsbud published the exclusive report titled A Distillation of DoD Spending Spree for July 2017. Now, if you haven't seen these reports before, you really need to check them out and see exactly where your hard-earned tax dollars are going. Now, let's take a quick look. The U.S. Department of Defense spent at least $20.4 billion on 242 individual contracts during July 2017. This amount does not include foreign military sales transactions worth another $4.4 billion. Now that's almost $1 billion a day over the last month of your hard-earned tax money being spent on the never-ending wars. This is what is known as exporting democracy. And of course, it is all because of Russia, Iran, North Korea, and ISIS. And you can bet you will see all of the big-name weapon manufacturers at the top of the list, like Boeing, Raytheon, and Lockheed Martin. You also see what types of weapons and what countries are listed. And I bet there are more than you would ever guess. But you have to read the report to find out. Now, you've all heard the term deep state. While many people have a general understanding of who the deep state is and what they do, most people may not be able to identify them or their actions or the groups that they're in by name. Well, on Saturday, Newsbud published a must-read article by Curt Nimmo. In this article, Nimmo documents the one thing that both political parties agree upon: war. The article is titled Neocons and Democrats Reunite as the War on Russia Intensifies. This expose details by name the people and organizations that most people refer to as the deep state. If you want to know who is pulling the strings behind the scenes, then you're going to want to read this article. But you have to be a member, so make sure you sign up today at Newsbud.com. This week's episode of Newsbud's Russian Newspaper Monitor, Professor Philip Kovacevic crashes through the mainstream narrative of the Russian boogeyman being the source behind all of the world's problems, and provides accurate and up-to-date news and analysis as he dissects the Russian newspapers. This is a one-of-a-kind show, and you won't find anything else even remotely like it online. Are the Russians evil? Well, the Western propaganda would like you to think so. Are the Russians angels? Well, the Russian propaganda would sure like you to believe that. Now, are the Russians doing things that the Americans don't like? Absolutely. Newsbud is not influenced by any government. If it was, I would not be here. Here at Newsbud.com, you can stay up to date with what the state-run media on both sides is not telling you every single week at Newsbud.com. Monday's episode of Newsbud's Geopolitical Report, Curt Nimmo reminds us that Donald Trump ran as a non-interventionist and since then has flip-flopped on many campaign promises, like those before him. Nimmo exposes the players, the motive, and the plans by the deep state to launch their next war against Iran. Want to know Trump's role in all of this and what Iran is doing to counter this? Find out all this and more exclusively at Newsbud.com. Tuesday's episode of Newsbud's Battlefield America, America's top constitutional attorney John W. Whitehead shows many examples of how we have arrived in the dystopian future depicted in science fiction classics like Orwell's 1984, where Big Brother is always watching. Huxley's A Brave New World, where people's liberties have been stripped away, but they actually love their servitude through the effective brainwashing and propaganda. The Minority Report, where the all-knowing, all-seeing government unleashes the thought police on the public. Now, 1984 was not meant to be an instruction manual. Find out how we got here and if we can overcome it only at newsbud.com. Wednesday's episode of Newsbud's China Watch, Peter Lee details a major new technological development in quantum communications by China that the West currently has no countermeasure for. He also breaks down the defiant U.S. position on North Korea despite Kim Jong-un backing down and despite Russia and China's demands. At Newsbud, you do not get the official narratives promoted and pushed by the state-run media from either side. You get accurate and up-to-date news and analysis from our team of experts, and you won't find anything else like it out there, so make sure you join today. On Friday, Newsbud published my exclusive video titled The Clintons' Swamp, From Conflicts of Interest to Incestuous Relations. In this episode of Newsbud's Spiral Reports, we cover new developments in the Hillary Clinton email scandal and the pay-to-play scandal. We also examine new developments regarding the shady communications between the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the White House that now has former Attorney General Loretta Lynch under investigation for her role in suppressing the FBI's investigation into Hillary Clinton. We also take a look at the Clinton supporters on the Department of Justice's special counsel team to investigate Trump. Has the deck been stacked against Donald Trump? To see the full episode, go to newsbud.com and join the community. Now today, Newsbud published an exclusive article by Kurt Nimmo titled Distracted by Charlottesville as America is Destroyed by an Economic Takedown. Nimmo cuts through the divide and conquer propaganda and clearly lays out how we are being distracted from impending economic doom and how the media is drawing our attention away from the culprits, the financial and global elite, by highlighting absurd political sideshows to divide us. This is a must-read for everyone, so sign up today for full access. Newsbud also offers our own aggregated news, and we call it Sibel's Picks. It's the best source for aggregated news online. You can stay up to date with all of the hottest geopolitical news, as well as the latest domestic developments on the police state and more. Newsbud's founder, Sibel Edmonds, handpicks each story herself, and you get all of this. Sibel's Picks, all of the videos, all of the articles, and much more exclusively available to Newsbud activist community members. So be sure to sign up today. And for those of you who want to preview our work, you can visit our YouTube channel and select playlists and go back and see many episodes in their entirety. Last week, Newsbud released a bombshell investigative report by Sibel Edmonds on Mossad that's open to the public. And today, Newsbud released my full video on the Clintons, Seth Rich, the DNC hack, and the AWANs. So you can see the top-notch level of content that we are producing every day here at newsbud.com. Now, Newsbud will be increasing our subscription rate very soon, but if you sign up now, your price is locked in and will not go up, and we're doing this to fund the operation. We want to deliver the best to our activist community members, but we need your support to do so. From all of us here at Newsbud, thank you for your support and stay tuned for next week's lineup. For just a small subscription fee, you can become a member of the Newsbud community and help keep this website running. Your subscription will provide you with full community access to exclusive content, including videos and articles from Newsbud's team of experts and analysts. Sign up today for full access at newsbud.com.